Hey, thanks for checking out Sandy Sun Travel. So today we're going to talk about balcony etiquette. Although etiquette sounds way too formal for the kind of cruises we take. Balcony manners, balcony be nice to the person next to you.
Yeah.
Something.
Courtesy.
Courtesy. Oh, there you go. Whatever. Anyhow, hey, balconies or verandas are the most popular cabins on cruise ships. And on most of the newer ships, they really outnumber all the rest of the cabins. So today we're going to share some tips on how to be a good balcony neighbor. That's the word.
That's important.
All right. So let's check it out.
Okay, so over the years, we've experienced many of these. We've also read numerous blogs and forum posts, and these are our top tips to be a nice neighbor. There's not a lot that we get upset about, but some of these can be rather annoying.
For sure.
Very annoying.
Okay, so the first thing we're going to talk about is don't be a door slammer. That seems pretty obvious, because if people are slamming doors in your house, you're like, wow, what are you doing? But these balcony doors, they're watertight, many of them. Well, the balcony doors are watertight. The door to your room may not be. But it makes them very heavy. And so you can almost, well, not say almost, you can feel when like your neighbor's balcony door slams.
Yeah.
Because many of them, they're not like a sliding door. Some of the newer ships have a sliding door, but most of them are a big door. And when that, even when your main cabin door slams, it's pretty loud. So be aware of this, even if you're in an inside cabin. Now, we've all done it here or there, but it's worth keeping it in mind because, well, it can be a lot if it happens a bunch.
Yeah. Okay, number 2, don't leave your balcony light on. Now, again, if you want to be out there and turn your light on for something at night because you need to check something out, by all means, that's fine. But don't leave it on all night long. It's so nice to sit out on your balcony at night and enjoy the stars. And if your neighbor's light is blaring, it's like, any day now.
Yeah.
We read about this one and thought that's not a big deal. But then on our next cruise, we had a neighbor who left their light on 24/7. Yeah. And we realized we were wrong. It is a big deal.
It is a big deal.
It took away from the ambience. It took away from the... just the view, the stars, even the water. Like, you can still see the white, but you can't, when the moonlight is all you have, it's so beautiful. It's just pretty.
When the moon hits the sky like a big... Oh, sorry, wrong song.
And again, obviously, if you're using your balcony, use the light or don't, but be courteous and turn it off when you're done, because our neighbors were not there all the time, but their light was there all the time.
Well, their light was on, and then, we heard them come, they slammed their doors. They came into their room, and then they slammed their door going onto their balcony. We're like, oh, I guess they're home now.
They're back.
So. Hey, would you do us a favor and like this video and subscribe to our channel? It helps us out so much. And if you're looking to book a cruise or a vacation, hit us up at sandysuntravel.com or call us on the phone or email. And if you're feeling lucky, scroll down the page at sandysuntravel.com where you can click on our contest to enter to win a free vacation.
All right, number 3, please don't smoke on your balcony. For one, it's against the rules, and it can, waft into your neighbor's space.
That's a good word.
Well, and the thing is we used to be smokers. We don't smoke anymore. We don't care if you do or you don't, but because of that, we're sensitive to the smoke, and it irritates our eyes and all that stuff.
It's not just for us. We've heard this from a lot of people.
Exactly. That's why I'm mentioning it. We're not the only ones that feel that way, And, if you do happen to smoke, don't flick your cigarette butts off the balcony. It can be a fire risk. Just like in a car, it could fly back in on you trying to throw it out the window,
All right, so this is another one that is maybe a little bit of a touchy subject, but be aware of your music volume. In most cases, the cruise lines are all stating now that you shouldn't be bringing USB speakers on board. However, if you choose to do so, just be courteous to your neighbor. A lot of people are trying to get away from loud music, so that's why they're on their balcony, because they don't want to be up at the Lido deck, or maybe they're just trying to have a little downtime, or like I was on my last cruise, our last cruise. I was out there trying to take a nap. Now, fortunately, there wasn't anybody playing music, but if someone was playing music next to me that I didn't like, it'd have been a lot harder to take a nap on my balcony. And I'm sure that I'm not the only balcony napper out there. So if you play music, just keep it at a volume so you can hear it, but that maybe you won't disturb your neighbors.
All right, number 5. Be smart about your risky encounters.
Risky or risque,
If you're going to engage in mommy-daddy time, be aware that someone could poke their head around the corner at any time. Not to mention, you better be photogenic because most of the balconies are at least partially visible on ships, on the ship's cameras and stuff.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Just keep
That's a
those
thing.
things in mind.
Yeah.
Maybe
you want to be on camera. I don't know.
By all means, go for it. You might want to consider that those cameras could also get a glimpse of you working on that all over tan if you choose to
I need some sun.
sunbathe. But if you do, use sunscreen.
Yeah, for sure.
For sure. And don't forget that some balconies can be seen from above. So, depending on where you're at, somebody could be watching everything
Getting the
you're
show,
doing.
Yeah, for sure. So, keep that in mind, huh? All right, so this kind of goes along with the smoking thing that we said earlier, but don't litter. Don't throw stuff off your balcony. It's going to go in the ocean. Hopefully it lands on the ship, but if it goes in the ocean, we don't want to see the ocean full of trash. We're out there because we love the way that the ocean looks. We enjoy the views. And even worse, it could harm the ocean life. And there's so many different ocean creatures, whatever, that are endangered, whatever. Just don't litter.
Yeah. Number 7, don't be a nosy Nelly. Do not peek around the corner of your balcony partition. That's your own. It's like an extension of your room.
Right.
You wouldn't want somebody, peeping Tom or something peeking through your room.
Right.
It's one thing to strike up a conversation if you're like at the front leaning on the rail, and someone's like, "Hey, how you doing? How you doing?" That's totally fine. But it's bad to form. It's just bad form to lean out and stare.
Right.
And the reason I'm saying that is because we had a guy on one of our cruises that was the nicest guy, but he leaned around and tried to look in our window like we weren't even on the balcony the first time we saw him.
Yeah.
And then another time we had a guy.
We called him Fat Kenny Rogers because he just, he looked like he was Kenny Rogers who'd been to the buffet maybe 17 too many times or something. I don't know. Anyway, he was very friendly. He was very nice, like Melissa said. He would come out on the balcony, and we were on the aft balcony, so it had like a railing that came down, a wall that came down at an angle, and he would lean on the railing, but he'd kind of hang all the way over the railing,
His
like so.
Elbow was always
and it was always on our side of the balcony. I'm not sure what to do. Anyway, he'd kind of lean against the wall, and he'd give us a little cheers with his Coors Light, and he was friendly every time we came out, but it was every single time we came out. And again, maybe that's petty, maybe it's whatever, but if you had someone leaning into your balcony every time, you'd be like, what?
Because we always, we love being social. We love going out,
Yeah.
going to the shows, sitting at the bars, going to the dance club, all of it, the parties. But then we like to go back to our room and relax.
Kind of decompress.
Yeah, and especially at night, we love being out there and I shouldn't say especially at night. Anytime we're in our room, we love being out there.
Yeah. Yeah, so it just kind of took away from our enjoyment. So I'm certain we're not the only ones. I've shared this story before, and people are like, yeah, we had a guy that peeked around or did this or did that. It's a common refrain, and it's like you kind of want that personal space to kind of extend out to your balcony. So, again, don't be a nosy Nelly. Don't use your balcony as a toilet.
Still can't believe
I can't even believe it. Yeah, I don't believe that. Anyway, someone messaged us about this in a video sometime back and said that their neighbors had done this, and I'm just like, bleh.
Maybe somebody was like really drunk and the other person was in the bathroom and they were like, forget it, I'm just doing
I don't know, but there's just so wrong. I'm gonna have to take a shower after this is over, and I'm just talking about it. But please don't do that. Maybe this isn't an etiquette thing per se, but it's something it's gonna affect your enjoyment of your cruise. Research the view from your balcony. Go online, look at the ship deck plans. See if you can find some videos of balcony cabins that are either close by or maybe even the very one you're going to get.
We always go on YouTube
Yeah.
every cruise and try to
not only
search
are we
for our
YouTubers, but we use YouTube as a tool. You don't want to end up with a lifeboat like right in the way. if you go on your cruise and you're expecting to have this panoramic view, and then lo and behold, you go into your cabin for the first time and there's a balcony block, you're going to be upset.
Balcony blocking you.
A lifeboat,
Lifeboat blocking you.
Yeah. So you don't want to be looking at a lifeboat the whole time if you expected a panoramic view.
Yeah.
So on the flip side, you can get a balcony at a reduced cost if it turns out there's a lifeboat in the way. And so maybe you're like, hey, I got this for the price of an inside cabin. I'm thrilled. Good for you.
Yeah.
All we're saying is make sure you know what you're getting.
Know before you go.
For sure. All right, so that's our video. Have you experienced any of these things? Have you had issues with neighbors, with nosy Nellies, or whatever? What's your best piece of balcony advice? We'd love to hear it from you in the comments below. Some people say to skip the balconies and save money with an inside cabin. I don't know that we could do that, but if it works for you, maybe that gives you more money for an excursion or the drink package, or maybe you can go to the casino and use that saved money in the casino and win enough money to get a balcony next time, or lose enough money that they give you a free balcony upgrade next time. I don't know. Whatever works for you. So let us know what you think in the comments below. But that's it for today. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.